Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to SoundRoom TV, live streaming at the SoundRoom in beautiful downtown Oakland. And as you can see, we have a different whiteboard. Today, unfortunately, the place where we archive our, we've been archiving our streams, our scopes, they have ceased operations. Catch, KATCH.me, is no longer available. So unfortunately, we can't send you there. Hi, my name is Carrie. How you doing? Unfortunately, we can't send you to catch.me anymore to see our scopes and streams because they are no longer in business. Unfortunately, they couldn't get their second or whatever round of financing they were looking for, and they're gone. So we're gonna work something out in the future, the near future, but we don't have anything right now. The only thing you can do now is watch this on Periscope, and then you can replay it for up to 24 hours. It'll be up until tomorrow at about this time. So unfortunately, once we stream it and then they take it off of Periscope after a day, it's gone. But we have a great show tonight. Marcus, Shelby, Quartet with Denise Perrier. They're doing a tribute to Duke Ellington today. So let me go back and talk to Marcus. He's got some great musicians playing with him, and I'm sure that you're going to love this performance. Of course, you can always, oh, and there's Rita. She's getting ready for some raw vegan. That's right. But we're going to open a restaurant called the SoundRoom Cafe as soon as we get clearance from the health department. No, that's okay. Marcus is in here, of course, but here's Denise. Denise, we're live streaming.
Oh, we are. And
yes.
I'm in here vocalizing a little bit in the background.
That's okay. That's okay. You're going to be singing tonight with Marcus, and
looking forward to it. Reunited with Akira Tana, who I haven't seen for a long time or played with, and the young man that I am just meeting, the saxophone player. I hear he's a very exciting player, so I'm looking forward to that too.
Do you have a website where people can get your CDs, or do you have any CDs on your website?
I certainly do. I have a lot of them, and that's Denise Perrier at Comcast.net. You can go there and you can find out all kinds of information, but there's things from iTunes and different places you can buy them, CD Baby.
Okay, great. Thank you, Denise. So check her out. We're going to be setting up this camera, getting this party started. Thank you. And let me go find, if I can find Marcus. I don't even know where he is, but we're going to start anyway because he'll hear the music and he'll get up there, and we'll get this party started. Again, come down and see us at the SoundRoom, soundroom.org. You can check out our schedule. Otherwise, oh, the band is up there already. Excuse me. We're going to start this party started.
Welcome, everyone. Happy Friday and welcome to the Sound Room. Tonight we're going to pay tribute to Duke Ellington, and in the background pay tribute to Prince as well. So those are two pretty big jazz icons. Well, I don't know if I'd give Prince the jazz side. Yes, you can. I don't know. There wasn't much he didn't influence, let's put it that way. Well, welcome everyone. If you've not been here before, I'll just give you the quick lay of the land. We're happy to have you. We're nonprofit music and art. I guess we have a couple rules here. The rule is you should have a good time. Okay? No flash photography. You don't want to get the light in these guys' eyes. But otherwise, and for those of you who've not been here, the restrooms are here. But thank you so much for turning out. We are here because live music needs to happen. And this is the place. And there's a lot to be said for playing for an audience that's appreciative and listens. So that's a wonderful thing. Marcus has been around for a year or two. Yeah, just a year or two. And it's just always such a pleasure to have him here. And, you know, whenever we make any date with Marcus, it'll always be good. So without further ado, the Marcus Shelby Quartet.
Thank you. Well, that was a Duke Ellington piece.
Yeah.
And it wasn't one of his earlier ones. This was actually one of his later ones. A lot of times when we do these Ellington presentations, you know, we like start at day one. This is the first piece Ellington did, right? When we decided to start in the 60s when Ellington did a collaboration with John Coltrane.
Yeah.
And actually, we're going to play another piece that he collaborated with, and that would be with Charles Mingus and Max Roach. And that came from a crazy record, just a trio. These three masters, you know, at the prime of their careers in the 60s, were called into a record date, and no one had any music. You know, it was like a leaderless trio, and they were supposed to get along and go in there and be in there for like, you know, 6 hours and crank out a record. Well, anyway, a fight broke out. And let me see, Charles Mingus, Max Roach, and Duke Ellington. So who do you think got in the fight? Name one of them. Mingus. So who do you get in the fight with? Max Roach. No, you know, Duke Ellington, he hated conflict. Ellington hated conflict, so he never would have gotten to the fight with anybody. Matter of fact, he had to run and grab Max Roach and bring him back into the studio. So that's going to be our second one. But let me just say thank you all for coming out. There's a lot going on. Thank God there's no Warrior game tonight. I might have got sick, y'all. All of a sudden. But they're going to have to come back. That wasn't right. So we're going to talk about that later. Please welcome on piano my good friend. We've been playing together a lot lately, but we've known each other for many years. And just a wonderful piano player from the South Bay. And we've been doing a lot of gigs around the city. And this is the first time we've played here at the Sound Room. Mr. Larry Chin.
Yeah.
And this young man I just met in the last year, and he did some work with us in our big band about 6 months ago, and new to the Bay Area from Washington, D.C., and just a wonderful new voice here. So he's been playing with a lot of different people. I've been seeing his name around. Mr. Lao Luke, please welcome him. This young man right here, I've been playing with for almost 20 years off and on. And it's been that long, man, I know. And we're only like 28 and 29, so you started young. Oh. And just one of our cats. Every city has, the prime cats. The ones that, they don't really play around town a lot, but every now and then you get them on a night they ain't working. And he's been all over the world, been on countless records. Big Bay Area sports fan too, that's why I like him. Mr. Akira Tano on drums. Yeah, we're going to play a piece called Wigwise, and then we're going to bring up our very, very special guest, Ms. Denise Perrier. But just a little bit about Duke Ellington quickly. I'll talk about him throughout the night. But he had a 50-year career for the most part, 1924, 1974. And so you might ask, what was special about him? There was a lot of things that were special about him. But for me, in a lot of ways, he had these personalities in the band. So he was like a great coach, right? He was able to make these personalities all superstars within their own right. Harry Carney, Johnny Hodges, like Steve Kerr. There's going to be a lot of Warrior references tonight. Cootie Williams a little bit later on after Bubba Miley, Hamilton, Jimmy Hamilton, Barney Bigard. I mean, these were like the best cats. And they all were in the same band. And Duke Ellington found a way to make them work together, and for a long time. Some of those cats were in this band for like 47 years. Harry Carney joined Duke Ellington's band in 1927. He was 16 years old. Stayed with him the whole time. Didn't play with any other bands. Got one check the entire year. It said Duke Ellington on it, right? And very loyal. They traveled together. They talked. They were like best friends. And so he had all these cats, and he wrote for them. He wrote special compositions that matched their personalities, their capabilities, and in return, they stayed with him. You know, they could have went to other bands, maybe. You know, Duke Ellington for many years was the highest paid band, but they could have went to other bands, maybe made more money, maybe started their own band, but they saw something special with the Duke. So that's one thing. There will be other things we'll talk about, but we're going to play this piece, which was originally written for just a trio, wig-wise. tenor saxophone. You go buttery tone. So thank you very much. That was called Witwise. A lot of fun to play. I believe that song was probably influenced actually by Dizzy Gillespie, wouldn't you say? As kind of the chord changes of Wouldn't You, or Wouldn't You? Kind of the same thing. These cats were like influencing each other. Or actually, they were like stealing from each other. But that's what Bernstein said. He said like a good composer borrows, a great composer steals. So, they were like passing ideas back and forth. And Ellington stole a lot from his band members. I'm just gonna lay it out there. I don't mean steal, he borrowed. He'll hear a riff like during a warm-up. Johnny Hodges might be over in the back playing a little riff. Next gig be a full blown out composition on the bandstand around that riff that Johnny Hodges. He did that. He did that to what is that song? Da, 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 in a mellow tone. That was Johnny Hodges' tune. But Johnny Hodges couldn't have done what Ellington did with the tune, which is really find all the color in the orchestra, the reed section, the trombones, and how they talk to each other. Because Ellington was heavily influenced by all the music that came before him, particularly the black music that came out of the two different churches that he went to. His mom went to one church, his dad went to another church. Ellington was from D.C., and so in D.C. there was a pretty active black entertainment world going on during the early 20s when he would have been a teenager. And he saw a lot of the traveling bands come through the different theaters, like the Howard Theater, and he would go hang out in the pool halls. And whenever James P. Johnson was in town, or Willie the Lion Smith, or any of these great stride piano players, he'd be right there looking at the left hand and the right hand. And that was his earliest influences as a piano player, the stride piano players. And his early compositions kind of had that essence in it. What we're going to do right now is we're not going to waste any time. And we're going to bring out our great, great singer. This is someone who gave me my first job when I moved to San Francisco 20 years ago, up from Los Angeles. She didn't know me from Adam, but one of the cats in the band did, and she hired me, and we've been friends, and we've been swinging ever since. So, ladies and gentlemen, without any further delay, please welcome Miss Denise Perrier to the band stage.
Missed the Saturday dance, heard they crowded the floor, all full of some without you. I just don't get around much anymore. Thought I'd visit the club, got as far as the door, but they would have asked me about you. I just don't get around much anymore. Well, my darling, I guess my mind's more at ease. But nevertheless, why go and stir up old memories? I've been invited on dates. Might have gone, but what for? I'd be so lonesome without you. I just don't get around much anymore. Do nothing till you hear from me. Pay no attention to what's said. Why people never seem to read one's dreams. It's over my head. do nothing till you hear from me. At least consider our romance. If you should take the words of others you heard, baby, I have a chance. It's true, I've been seen with somebody new, but does that mean our love is untrue? When we're apart, you're in my heart. You feel how I feel about you. Some kiss me, cry my memory, and other arms they fold through. But please do nothing till you hear it from me. And baby, you never will. You ain't been blue. No. You ain't been blue until you've had that moon in you. Now that feeling goes stealing down to my shoes, while I sit and cry. I always guess that moon indigo since my baby said goodbye. In the evening, when the lights go down, I'm so lonesome I could cry. 'Cause there's nobody that cares about for me. This poor soulless blue one and who can be when I get that moon indigo? I could lay me down and just cry. Not for long. A cigarette holder which wakes me over my shoulder. He takes me out of the cabin that's standing down. Say, baby, can you go out skipping? Oh, Captain, you might be quick, but he speaks a little Latin. That's my second dog. Well, he ain't nobody's fool. Plenty that's cool and steady. Might give it a whirl, but he ain't full. No girl in this world yet me. This time it's really low. Telephone numbers, oh you know. Just numbers, if you never know. And that the man I call my lap set cat dog. Get on. to stay up late at night and talking to his wife. I call him Seven John. Yeah, up on the A train to take a little ride around the city. If you should take the A train, you are gonna see that old New York is mighty pretty. Just take your baby subway ride. That just may be where romance is high. Oh, boy, you better take the A train. Oh, boy, for sure ain't locked in. Get on the A train, come on, go with me. You'll find out it is the quickest way to get to Hollywood. If you should take the A train, you will not see that you will get there. You'll get there in a hurry. Hurry, 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 get on board. Get on board that train is coming. All aboard. Can't you ever? You better take the A train. All aboard. But you never is Get on board, that train is coming. All aboard. Can't you hear the rails coming? You must take the X-ray. All aboard, but you get up in take the A train. Take the A train. One more time. Take the A train. Oh, what fun. Edward Kennedy Ellington. He gave us so much, right? Wow, all of those songs strung together, and that's not even a drop in the bucket. We have lost a lot of our special people, as you notice on the little purple tonight.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we got to leave the stream, the scope, and thanks for joining us. A great medley by Denise, Perrier, and Marcus Shelby Quartet in a tribute to Duke Ellington. And now she's talking about the, of course, sad passing of the great musician Prince yesterday, and of course we're playing his music in tribute to the great one, the great purple one. And we hope that you will come down and see the great musicians that we have at the Sound Room. Go to soundroom.org, check out our schedule, and then come down to 22nd and Broadway, downtown Oakland, beautiful downtown Oakland, to support our nonprofit endeavor, which is to keep live music alive. And unfortunately, like I said earlier at the beginning of this stream, Catch.me is no longer in business as of today, so we don't have any archives up. I am trying to get all the stuff. I had about 75 streams that I'm downloading from the site, and then we're going to find a place to put them and archive them again, hopefully soon. We're looking at YouTube, maybe Facebook. We'll see if we can do those, either one of those. But in the meantime, please tune in tomorrow. We have a very different musical stream, totally different than what we've ever done here before. More rock. It's called The Lemon Hammer. Tune in about 8:10 tomorrow and check it out. See if you like it. And of course, on Sunday at 5 p.m., Kelly Park Big Band. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Kerry. Hope to see you again, preferably tomorrow, or preferably in person. The SoundRoom.org. Thank you. I'm out.
You put all of the sweetness in. What a shame that it's gone. Oh, too soon. I felt this spring.